I'm Thomas Bending, teaching MSO2620 Financial Mathematics. It's about the mathematics that underlies accounting and economics modules. They use a wide range of mathematical techniques, but sometimes have to just introduce the results and rather take things for granted, whereas we have a chance to look in more detail at the theory behind these modules and techniques, where the theory comes from, ways it can go wrong sometimes. The first year statistics module, this very much builds on that, looking at the same ideas but in more detail. Just make sure you're up to speed with the statistics module from your first year. If you didn't like the statistics module in your first year, you may not like this, although I'm afraid you may still have to do it. We look at probability in a lot more detail. It's a huge and complicated topic, but we do look at it in more detail than we're able to at level 1. We look at time series, ways of forecasting time series. Again, there's a huge range of techniques you could use there. And we look at portfolio selection, the way to hedge shares, try and trade off the profits on one share against the loss on another. It sounds easy, but there's a lot you can study there. It has 3 parts. There are 2 multiple choice tests, 1 in each term. They're mostly a chance for you to find out how you're doing on the module, maybe bits you might need to work on a bit harder to revise for the exam at the end. There's a group coursework which looks at share prices across the year and analyses them, tries to make predictions. We find out how difficult that is. One exam at the end where we ask you to solve problems and explain a bit about the theory. 2 mid-module tests are 15% each, the group coursework's 20%. Exams were 50%, it's a 3-hour unseen exam. It's a mixture of mathematical and statistical skills that are directly applicable to accounting and finance, but also a lot of those methods should be a lot more general. A lot of the probability stuff we're doing, a lot of the time series stuff we're doing is hopefully applicable across a whole range of business interests. It's very important to be able to explain what you're doing in accounting and economics. A lot of people working in those fields can plug numbers into a spreadsheet but don't really understand how it works. If you do this module, you'll understand a lot more about the theory behind what's going on, how it works, and in particular ways it can go wrong and right. There are lots of times when one technique might be better than another, a technique might not be the most appropriate. You need to know about that if you're going to make sensible decisions.